All right, Coach, we'll open it up just to your opening thoughts on the game today, and then we'll take it for questions first in the room, then we'll go to Zoom.
Yeah, proud of our group. I thought from the jump, our intensity was where it needed to be. We're locked into our schemes. Early on, we weren't hitting our shots, but that didn't let that affect our defense. Holding an amazing offensive team to 73. I thought that effort was amazing. By no means is this, are we satisfied? Is the series over? But this is a big win for us, and we'll look at the film, get better, adjust. But super proud of our group today.
Just your thoughts on that fourth quarter performance by Jill. You've seen her do some amazing things during her career, but just where does this rank?
That's tough to rank. I think last series she grew up a lot tremendously and had the same kind of cadence today, if you say, like, rhythm. She started off good, maybe a little bit of lows, but just ended with a lot of firepower at the end. Some poise, making great reads. She got trapped early, and she's been trapped multiple times this year and handled it tremendously today. So again, she continues to grow up before our eyes. I think that last series helped with that experience and how to handle that, and she continues to make big plays for us because she's a great player.
And if you could just talk about the poise from your team that when they took the lead finally for the first time and just you guys maybe responding to that, just that says what about your team?
We're resilient. I think again, this particular group hasn't had multiple years together, multiple playoff series together, but the growth that we've experienced the latter part of our season, again, that playoff series with Washington, we learned a lot about ourselves, to stay poised in the highs and lows of the game and the runs. The last time we were here with Vegas, I know they had a big third quarter run, and just knowing that that's going to happen in this environment, and it's just to respond back. You got to stay poised, you got to stay resilient, you got to continue to execute and not, and stay the course. And I thought we did that well today.
Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Well, you mentioned the Washington series. I'm curious, the test that your ladies were up against in the first round compared to what Vegas was up against, could you see maybe around that might have been a difference that your ladies came in a little bit more battle tested?
I can't speak on Vegas, but I can speak on us. And I think having to go through a tough series mentally, physically, emotionally, I think, again, for this particular crew, it was necessary. And I think gave us a lot of momentum to face a team with a lot of firepower like Vegas. It's the playoffs, and, anything can happen. And, our preparation, our focus, our intentionality in that series, we brought that, to this, we're bringing that to the series as well. So I can say for us, yes, being battle tested has helped us, because again, it's just the experience that this team needs at this particular time.
Yeah, Coach, Sue broke the all-time playoff record for assists today. She had 12 assists in the turnovers, and she had a couple of those long passes that were huge on transition for you. Can you just talk about her making those passes and how big a factor that was in what you guys were doing?
Yeah, she's the greatest for a reason. She's the best point guard in our game for a reason. You talk about how she thinks the game, how smart she is, and picking her spots and still able to be very effective on the floor. In that third quarter, I also think we were on a run, we're getting transition points, and I felt that Vegas was a little gassed. And so kind of taking advantage of those leak outs, eyes up, kick aheads, playing in the middle third, playing in transition. We talked through this and prepared for that. And a lot of times with our team, we prepare in the off season, our players prepare hard, and we prepare during the year for this particular moments. The third and fourth quarter hit, we go into a second gear and try to wear out teams, and I saw that today.
Hey, Noelle, Sam Gordon here, Las Vegas Review Journal. In the regular season finale, Asia pretty much had her way with you guys, but today, obviously a lot tougher for her. Just what kind of went into slowing her down this afternoon?
Give out secrets. It's interesting because you have the game plan for everybody on their team, but in particular, Chelsea Gray. So obviously you guys have seen what we do on ball screens, and what happens is now you get aggressive as a point guard to go against bigs on ball screens, and a couple of those possessions that takes that ball out of Asia's hands. Now we are preparing next game. Asia's getting the ball way more. She only took 10 shots today. That's not enough. So we understand that we have to game plan and scheme and adjust as the game adjusts. But I think because of our scheme, the switches and the mismatches, it allow the guards to go against bigs, and then you know what happens.
Let's take some questions on Zoom. I'll start with Kevin Pelton. Kevin, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you sort of addressed this in the opening, but if I told you you were going to shoot 41% from the field, 23% from three against a team this high-powered, what would you have kind of expected, and what does that say about your defense?
Yeah, we talked about it, right? It says that our defense has been, honestly, our defense, Kevin, has been locked in all season. And, you know, we rep, you know, schemes and adjustments. And it's just, you know, just a shout out to our team for just staying locked in and staying the course and really performing. Honestly, I think the biggest thing too is the rebounding. Though we're getting good defensive possessions, we're finishing plays. They only got one crack at it, multiple on their possessions. Do I hope that they shoot the ball like this again? Yeah, but they won't. And so we'll continue to just be aggressive defensively, be sharp, be clean with our schemes, and just continue. Let me say this too, just our contests. I think our multiple efforts, hands up, a lot of the shots that were made were highly contested shots, and you will live with that. And so our defense, again, we have to continue to kick it up a notch if we want to continue to be successful in this series.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeff Brown.
Yeah, Coach, in the last series against Washington, the Mystics really controlled most of game one, but they failed to close it out. How important was it that you guys were able to steal game one, but also not be satisfied with a split in Vegas?
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Vegas is trying to protect home, and we're trying to steal one on the road and possibly two. And you understand what happens in the series. If you get another one on the road, you get in front of your home crowd, and things become a little bit different and a little bit just different when you're at home. I think it's important to not be satisfied at all. The job is not done. We have did nothing but attain our goal, but that's not the end goal. We have to continue to stay focused, look at the film, get better, adjust, and be ready for game two.
You've praised Tina Charles's ability to rebound. She sets a franchise playoff record with 18 in this game. Just talk about how important she was for you guys.
Huge. I mean, you know, I've said this all the time, Tina is a bucket. We know she's a prolific scorer in this league, but you know, one of our deficiencies before she came to our team was our rebounding, and she's done an excellent job of cleaning boards up on the defensive end, and you know that helps our defense tremendously. And I think 18, that's amazing. That's effort. That's championship level effort, and I think we need that. We will continue to need that from her the rest of the series.
Thanks, Jeff. And we've got time for a few more questions. M. Adler, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. I'm just wondering, as far as, Steph Talbot starting, how much do you think the continuity of her, being in her second year on the roster, and also the amount that you tinkered with lineups during the regular season, how much do you think that sort of enabled her comfortability stepping into the lineup?
It was huge. She started some games for us last year, so there's familiarity with playing alongside of our big three, and she played tremendously last year. Just her ability to stretch the floor, her physicality defensively, her size, it matters for us. And exactly during this year, we've had a lot of adversity with COVID and injury and things like that, and the experience that she got early on, the minutes that she got early on in the years. It's helping this moment right here. That's what it's for. That's what she went through all of that for. And so there is a lot of comfort in knowing that we can just plug her in, and she's going to give maximum effort. She played well tonight.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Miles.
Today, it's my nighttime nap.
Miles, go ahead.
Yep. Hey, Coach, the minutes you got from Ezzy and also Breon January, how important were those in this game?
Very important. They're going to continue to be important in the series. If you talk about, our depth and bench being factors into our success, Ezzy's activity level, it matters. Her size on guard switches or on Asia, it matters. Bree coming in, able to defend. Chelsea in every position needed, that matters. Those minutes that we can utilize and still maintain our leads or just our effort and energy and intensity, they're big with that.
And we'll go to Christos for one question and then wrap up with Pepper. Go ahead, Christos.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations, first of all. Speaking about your ability as a team to close games like this, you closed the game one against the Mystics with the right way. You closed today's game with the right way. How that ability raised the level of confidence going to the next games?
Yeah, it helps a lot because again, it just the experience that this particular team is getting in these moments. And you think about what that does for players to know that you can excel, you can execute when needed, you can get a stop when needed. It's just this is a time of the year where you need to be playing your best basketball, but also your confidence cannot waver, and that's helping us to sustain that.
And we'll wrap up with Pepper. Go ahead, Pepper.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. You touched on, Jewel's performance in this game, but I wanted you to just talk about, her mindset and everything that's been going on, and the mental piece too.
Yeah, it's huge. Jewel is playing with a lot of confidence, and we need that. We're not going to be successful if Jewel's not at her best, point blank, period. And I think she understands that, and she's locked into that. And what's amazing today is that she guarded Gray most of the game and still able to be very effective down the stretch. She's finding ways to help our team outside of just getting buckets. It's the defense, it's the steals, it's getting in passing lanes, it's the energy. All of those extra little things matter. And I think she's really locked in right now. And it's again, just growing up before our eyes.
All right, thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. We'll have Jewel Lloyd, Brianna Stewart, and Tina Charles join us here in a few minutes.